A good one? You're really going to want to try to bend this cover up if you can. Everything looks really good except for the bad news we're finding in the head. I don't even know if you can make that out. See that, like a chunk of stuff down there, and this one looks like it's got like just sand piled in all around the stovepipe. So that's just awesome. I think what's happened is because like the oil pan's down this end, you know, the deep spot, and then it's shallow down this end, so it had just been sitting on the ground leaning forward like this, and rain got into it a little bit, not too much, probably only to there, probably only filled the cylinder. So like I'm a little bit worried that when we take the head off we're gonna find some bad news on the cylinder, because I turned it over a little bit and it was it went a little bit, but then it didn't go a little bit, and then it would go the other way, and then it wouldn't go the other way. You know what I mean? So we're boots to fondue. I got pretty well everything off of there. I got a little sense of peony and stuff, but yeah, other than that, just maybe see if we got the sakut to zip that guy out. Nope. But not looking good, boys. This journey, you know, I was gonna plan on building this thing. Like, I got like 50 bucks by the time, you know, the end of the day. I got 50 bucks into this van, and we'll say, you know, $1,000 into the engine. It was supposed to be that engine, which, you know, I have almost nothing into, because, you know, you take the truck apart and then you got all the bits you need, plus the van, you know, you can sell bits off it and then scrap what's left, right? So that one I almost got nothing into, right? Maybe $300-400 at this point, but I still got more stuff to sell off the truck. So that would have been great. We could have, you know, because I know that engine runs and drives and goes. I'm not going to do that anymore unless they're dirt cheap. I'm not going to buy engines that aren't in running, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you took the injector lines off and all the this and that, and the starter plate and starter, so you can't even try to start it. You know what I mean? That's no good. That's no good. Unless we like take her apart and have a good look and see. But yeah, that engine I know runs. We can just give it a quick sealy poo and a how you doing, and we'd be off to the races. But this one, so you got to go to the machine shop, boys. So in the meantime, we'll get, you know, I still got this engine that we can use for Mockenzie's purposes. And then I did get some, these were my original plan. I was just going to use the stock Chevy mounts, and then you just buy these things from Summit, and they bolt to your cummins engine, and then they just sit right on there like that, except for the only thing is, these are very much of the chintz factor. These are $6. I'm not even joking. Made in USA, $6. That's crazy. But anyways, so I'm gonna get some like urethane of the poly factor, and or whatever it is, I don't know. Put it, you know, put it in the hollows, and then let it dry. So then that'll just be solid, you know, solid rubber mount instead of all flimsy-peeny like that. Because otherwise, like, you know, like this will just, it's already made. It'll line up. You know what I mean? It should position the engine right where we need the engine positioned. We just got to get that frame area situated, and then we can bolt the mounts in, and then we can friggin' bolt the mounts in, and then we can set that engine in there, and at least have a fairly accurate looking sant as to, you know, the front and back, right? I mean, obviously she's going to be in the middle, but the front and back, and then, you know, because I just got to leave enough room for the radiator. We picked up a radiator and intercooler the other day for $100, so that was a good deal. Couple intercooler tubes and stuff with it, so yeah. And yeah, but anyways, I'll just carry on pulling this guy apart here and get some cigarettes up us. cool at all. Oh, holy shit. Wow. The coolness level is mucho blurgent.
Not cool. Everything else looks
Oh, look at the cylinder wall.
Except
That's why it wouldn't go up anymore, because there's a big chunk of rust right there.
Oh, what's he sitting?
Oh, there's mouse or something living in there. My buddy just vacuumed out the intake and bolted her back on a little bit, and then give her the old soldy poo.
Damn, I was even thinking for mine. Sit for a while. I think and crank it, you know what I mean?
Wow. Totally dang. Should be able to get it to go down a little bit further, but yeah, like there's like of the major rust factor in the stovepipe. That's super cool. Oh dear. It's like the block going in the machine shop too. Yeah, we got major issues here, boys. Most of it's good. And usually it's the back cylinder that's the issue on these, but yeah, with it sitting forward and then all the moisture and everything running into the forward cylinder, and it probably had the valve cracked open. Well, it obviously had the valve cracked open a little bit, and that's yeah, that's where all the mouse's poop and piss and everything went. And yeah, man. Good lord. Wow, this just got super expensive. Huh. Cool. Cool. Cool big time. But yeah, I've never had one this apart before, so this is interesting, but I guess we'll have a brand new engine when we're done, I suppose. I don't know if we're gonna have to bore it over and get a bigger piston. Get a bigger piston and leave the rest the same, or what happened? Yeah. Not cool. Good thing I didn't try to start it though. That would have really that wouldn't have gone over well. She would have had some blow by, I think, like right away. I wasn't planning on hoping to really get this far into an engine build right away. I wanted to get this one done kind of lickety splips. Well, the head gasket doesn't seem, you know, bad. Man, that would have been there'd have been nothing wrong with this engine, guarantee it. Guarantee it. You let them sit and get water or mice in them, no good. But if you have anything like that laying around, just put it up on the Kijijers and I'll surely come and purchase it off you. So you'll always have that option. I don't have that option though, so. See these ones? That's what it's supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm. It's really good for it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Shelby?
Probably no good?
You just need to drill it with like a turlet brush on it.
Mm-hmm. She f***ed good. Kind of brings the value of the deal down a little bit. That's really, you know, now it makes me question this. Was this just a f***ing crockapini too? So he told me this only had 60,000 kilometers out of the mines, out of a mine truck. But why would a mine truck only have 60,000 kilometers? I guess probably don't drive it far, you just drive it a lot or whatever. Some hard, probably. But I got the 5th gear nut, a bunch of other shit for this. Just slowly cleaning it up, but it's really, I don't like that. Eh? That's like a monkey job. Monkey job. Problem is I gotta get it done like soon. Eh? That's the only thing. It's like faster for me to just not do it than to get the monkey to do it. I apologize. So I put some vinegars down the chute. See, this one had a little bit too. So I put some in there and it trickled right through, which tells me I'm no good, right? But what could have happened is I turned the engine over, got the ring over top of some rust, and it's kind of just held open a little bit there or whatever, and is allowing the juice to go through. So I'm hoping we can just pull out, well, this one for sure, just pull that out. But the problem is we got to kind of clean it up first, as I put some vinegar in there, blah blah blah. So hopefully we can get that piston out, and then, you know, rotate it over, get that one dropped down. Well, we'll have to take that one out anyway because the rings are going to be dicked, right? So yeah, but these other ones don't seem to be too bad. They're still. I don't know if you can sant it. You can sant the little MAF Catchingtons in there. Those are called MAF Cashingtons. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. We had our first calling in Rick. We had our first calling in Rick today, boys. Let's get a load of this. I says, did you miss the bus at 10:50? At 10:50. I says, did you miss the bus? At 2:41. He says, no, but I wish I did. I feel like shit today. I remember getting woke up at 7:30 by the alarm and feel like I wanted to throw up and pass out again. Then woke up not long ago and my stomach feels horrible. Not sure if it's something I ate last night or maybe the cold. I have to go to the washroom as well. So he's got to go to the toilet, so he can't come pickle frames. That's basically what he said. Calling in Rick. Okay? So that's awesome. Oh dear, so many colds. I quit winter. I haven't been outside in like a bit, like a few days anyway. Oh man, I don't like it. Quit winter, boys. Which one?
I ordered another one. You see,
You need this one?
I talk another one. I 2 months. You the $14. 2 months no good. I order change one. How much money? All for you. Change. You see how much?
$40.
I holding 2 months. He no power.
No power?
Yeah, I want you see that. That's it.
What do you mean? Ooh, that's not good. 8.2 volts.
Oh,
Good. Yep.
another one.
14.7, 15.2.
I change you how much? Older, you see, the older one.
You mind me change?
Yeah, 就是 you for me. I $14. So 2 months. He no power. You that one for me. I order for you. How much money?
30.
20.
No.
20.
20. You're gonna give me $20 for a good battery and give me your old one.
You too much money. 3 months, 2 months. $14. No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I order for you. $20. I for you. I order. I owe for you. Order for you. $20.
$20. Oh my God.
That's small.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's small. No. That's a big one. I don't know. Order. That's one. Big one.
Okay, old battery and $30.
No.
No,
I
20.
Order for you. I don't order for you 20. You 20 months $40 garbage.
Oh, you're.
I will you order. $20 for you.
Just a friggin' crook, eh? Just a friggin' crook, boy.
Hey.
What? Just trying to crook robbery for me for more of my stuff? trying to crook robbery me.
Maybe that one.
Oh my God.
No water.
What do you mean no water?
No water inside.
Right on, cool.
Huh? No water.
No water? Well, what's that sloshing around?
You-
Okay, too cold. Too cold, I go. Too cold, I go. You gotta give me money. 30 bucks. 30 bucks. Oh my God. This isn't Canadian Tire, bud. Huh? Canadian Tire will give you 20 bucks for your old battery, but they'll charge you 160 for a new one. Freaking too muchy. Had to dip into my cardboard stash a little bit there. Holy. Gotta line my table with some cardboards because I got some engine work to do, boys. Gotta work on my engine. But it's kind of stressing me out a little bit because I wasn't really planning on, I don't mind, you know what I mean? It's like I'm not like offended by the process, but I was kind of hoping to not have to do, a full top to bottom engine rebuild on, an engine I bought as a working engine. You know what I mean? It kind of sours the tickler. I'm just hoping that this transmission is what he said it was, because that isn't what he said it was. So to expect this is what he said it was isn't very reasonable. But oh, check this out. A little bit of a package came. So now I got an eight spline cigarette that I can mount on. See, like this one's got the electric cigarette, but it's just got the V-belt, right? So now I can mount that guy onto there and then run it with engine belt. Yeah, I figure I'd be able to just maybe I could get like a valve cover with the drain hole in it, or just relocate the drain, the fill port. I guess it's not a drain on the top, so I'll get, sometimes on buses and stuff they'll have like a cap in one of the valve covers, so I'll try to find one of those, and then we'll just put a cap over the end of the dip hole. And then, there's 4 bolt holes right here. I can mount a plate and then mount the air compressor right there. So it all like runs off a copacetic type situation. I'm hoping anyway. That's the plan. And then that'll be an air compressor type situation. And then you see on the back of this guy here, there's only 2 spagoots, right? And then the same with that. Where is it now? I put it somewhere. Oh, it's over there. There's only 2 spagoots on this, but 2 spagoots, right? And then it's got like an air line. And then this one over here has the 3 spagoots because it had the Hydro Boost, and the van's got the Hydro Boost already. So I'm thinking if I just take the housing off that and put it on that pump, and I'll block off those diaphragms. I'll just block them off with a plate. This is, you know what I mean? So then I still have the short bidet, but with the 3 antlered power steering unit onto it. And then that should just plug right into the Hydro Boost on the van here. And then lockety splockens. This line here just goes to the steering box. And then this one would go to the pump. And then there's another one here that goes somewhere. And then over there and stuff. It'd be awesome. Yeah, we just gotta try to figure out what goes where, and lines and different things. And yeah, this has turned into way more of a project. I was hoping I would just, I was hoping to have the engine in the van by this point, and well on our way to getting it going. But like I say, again, everything takes way longer than you expect, especially when you're hitting the bump skis in the road. But anyways, I'm gonna flip this thing over, I guess, and we'll start soaking up some of the shit out of there. I gotta get at least that piston out and see what happens. But this one, pour vinegar in there and it just drains right through, so that tells me the rings aren't sealed very well. right? So I might have to pull at least 2 of them out, and then I'll get the honulation in there and get rid of all that smut. But I also want to check it for round. I got some machining tools that I can, you know, check the bore, make sure that it's at least round, and then we can, you know, figure out what we're gonna do. I might just buy another block. You can get like a block that's stripped down and ready to go. Just switch my parts over cam and whatnot for $300. You know, and if I take, you know, and that's the thing too, is like if I take that to the machine shop to have it bored over, that's going to be just a honing's $450. So the to bore it over, you know, probably $1,000 I would expect, and then deck it's $250. Holy shit, right? If I can get a block that's semi-flat and not chiseled in the bore factor for $300, that might be the way to go. And then I'm getting valve springs and governor spring for the pump and this and that. So, you know, the head will be lickety-splips, the pump will be lickety-splips. And then, yeah, we got to track down a gasket kit though. I don't want to just put dollar store gaskets in my first Cummins engine rebuild like my actual one. The other one I did, that was just like a rattle can rebuild, you know what I mean? We just re-gasketed it. I mean, it still leaks in a bunch of spots too, right? So it's kind of like, you know, lickety-quickety friggin' how you doing, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad, really. I didn't change the oil pan gasket, so I think we just got a little trickle of the oil pan gasket there. So, but that's how I can tell it's still got oil in it, for frig's sakes. Well, we got a reply from the hobo here. Let's see what he says here quick. He says, Earth to drug addicted hobo. It's morning time in Inwood, bud. He says, yeah, I know I feel like complete shit like yesterday, but a bit worse. Trying to force myself out of bed. I said, well, I apologize. And then like hours later, I said, you need a hug? Did you catch AIDS? Oh, fuck, I am a terrible person. But, you know, when you're up all night on Quaaludes and then all of a sudden, friggin', it's time to go to work and you're not going to work and you're still in bed, it's like, well, come on. Come on. How'd you become, I can't figure out how he became a hobo. I really can't. I can't pinpoint it. I can't put my fingertips on it. You know what I mean? But, anyways.
Oh, the battery here. Go down.
What happened?
$20.
Oh, $20.
Yeah.
Oh, too muchy.
You $14.
So you're selling me an old battery that's no good for $20, and I'm selling you a good battery that's good for $20.
$14. I go you there. Maybe 3 months, 2 months. 3 months. No water.
Yeah,
Today
it's
cold.
broken. It's worth $10.
I go there. No power. Shit. Go.
Okay, you put over there. I know, put over there. Good Lord. Oh, too muchy. He thinks that if he... Oh, Suge Knight, you startled me. He thinks if he says a whole bunch of words that are half Chinese, half English, that he's going to be able to baffle me with bullshit, and then I'll just take his $20 for a good battery and get, you know, buy a battery off him for $20. Say, what? So you're going to give me $20 for a good battery, and then I'm going to just have your old battery, and then I'm just going to have that, and then somehow I'm just not going to have my $10. Awesome. Too much to go. But anyways, I'll clean off my table here. Start figuring out different things. How you doing? Oh dear. Oh dear. A little bit of a package. I think think I know what this is, boys. Just working on cleaning up the area so as I can finish taking that engine apart. But we have a sponsor for the shop, boys. Hyperlight. Yeah. Mucho boards and upgrades. Ooh. Yeah, man. That's got a schmancy hook. That's what they call the schmancy hook. So you can hook it on there and then like lock it into position. But yeah, let's plug one in and see how bright it is. See the color spectrum. See what kind of spectrum of the color. They definitely seem more of the... Ooh, what's this? We got some extra wires coming out of her. Yeah, man, these will be awesome, but we'll have to look at the instructions maybe, because... Oh. Dim more and dim less. So that's handy. It's got a little tag on it, so I guess it's like dimmable. So that's cool. Got a little hanger antler under her. Let's tuck her out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll have to see. I don't know, they seem pretty friggin' bright, but problem is we gotta get this guy out of here for sure. It's got no wheels on it. I do want to put the wheels back on it and push it outside and give it a preliminary power wash before we, you know, holy shit, I got some spots in my Vigion, something terrible. But yeah, and then you know, when we get around to it, we'll get the man lift in here and we'll take down all these old garbagey lights and we'll put up the new hyper lights. Yeah. Oh, friggin' rights. That was a little bit of the present well received. Appreciate it big time. So I'll put a link in the prescription for hyper lights there, and yeah, hopefully sooner than later we can get this out of here. Sooner or later we'll be done, but I'm almost starting to think this engine never gonna run again, boys. I got her so took apart. Oh dear, I got this engine so took apart, not sure it'll ever run again. So there's that, which is friggin' handy, but we got a little bit of a package, so right on. But yeah, I just got my cardboard laid out, put all my parts away, got everything sort of, you know, reasonably in the zone, right? So we can start pulling these pistons out and putting them out on the table into the order from which they came. Try to keep track of, you know, most of this stuff. There's a guy with a block that's right, you know, already been checked at the machine shop for $300, and he's like half an hour away. So I don't know. I'm almost thinking, you know, man, I don't know. Let's not get too carried away. We'll get these pistons out and hone the friggin' cylinder walls and see where we're at. You know, we got to measure them and make sure they're round too. That's another thing that might persuade the decision, but I guess it's just about time to flip her over and have a look on it. Cleaned it up a bit. There's still some chowder in there, but it's sort of rubbing off with my finger quite well, so we should be able to clean that up and get that out. That'd be awesome, and then we can clean it up and hone it and then put it back in, and it'll just be awesome. We don't have to take the front cover off, the cam out. You know what I mean? It'd be friggin' awesome. And then when we got it upside down and put it all back together, do the oil pan gasket into the upward fashion. That'd be a lot easier, guaranteed. And then yeah, wait for parts, I guess. Shouldn't be more than a couple days for the head. Well, actually, I got valve springs coming. I ordered 60-pound valve springs, and then the governor and spring kit for the pump. So we'll have as many donkeys as we'll be able to get out of her, and yeah, it'll be awesome. I got to measure the head bolts too, if they're still within spec. I'll just reuse them, and if they're stretched out, then I'll just order new head bolts. I'm not going to be pumping enough donkeys to worry about head studs, and then I won't have to worry about machining the pedestals here. We gotta, if you head stud it right in this area here where the stud goes through, you gotta like mill down like 3/8 of an inch or so, just to make clearance for the top of the stud there. But anyways, yeah, we got lights. We got lights for the shop. We'll have to one thing after another, boys. Hey, if they came like, you know, a couple weeks ago, we could have you know, at least got some of them changed. Just pulled the man lift right in here, changed bing 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 those three, probably that one, and then, you know, we'd have a light in all the spots anyway, and we could worry about changing the ones that work at a later date. But anyways, boys, I'll set up the camera here for you, and then we'll do the first time ever an inwood Cummins piston removal process. So that should be fun. I want to see something awesome. I'll see if I can get the shot. Right in there. Can you sant it? Can you sant it right in there? And then also right in there. That'd be the crankshaft. Crankshaft with some corrosion onto it or something. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to try to get a 3-tip in there and hopefully can clean it up, because I mean, if we're this far into it and I leave a rusty friggin' crankshaft and just start running the ball sack of it and then spin the rod right out the side of her, that's not going to be good. So, oh, getting more expensive by the minute, boys. Don't tell Tippy. Here we go, boys. Holy, they're pretty tight. I might need my other rocker. Well, there's the first ever piston I ever removed out of a cummins engine. But you can see the middle ring there. This one seems nice and loose. Top one's nice and loose, but this middle one, she jammed. She jammed. She jammed in there. Looks terribly discolored around the opening. That's probably just hurl deposits, but piston doesn't seem bad, I guess. Give her a good walla. Oh yeah, you can have a good lock and sant right there. Canvas is showing. Yeah, gone down, canvas is showing right through. And sant the friggin' the line. It starts, that's the power stroke right there. Okay? Wore clear through to the canvas. Sant the canvas. No good. There's your shot, boys. Okay? And we got a little bit of skirt cigarette on this one. Hard to sort of tell. The thing will stay still for 10 seconds. See how it's got these like scratches? I don't know. I'm not a expert by any stretch of the imagine words, but I would say that's not good. I mean, it could have just been from sledgehammering the son of a bitch out of there, but who knows? But she's not looking good. I mean, I thought it was going to be worse, I can tell you that, but when I bought it, I thought it was going to be better, so. But we do got a little bit of a Ringapini, so she's probably got 400,000 on her. You know what I mean? This isn't a friggin' puppy by any stretch. We're into her this far. Tear right apart of the engine machine. Go 10 over, 20 over, 30 over, whatever you do. Maybe we'll make a 6.1 or something. I think that's what they do, a 6.1 or a 6.3. Get different pistons and friggin' this and that, and bore it out, and how you doing, and can't remember. I think you use 5.9 rods and 6.7 pistons and a 6.7 son of a bitch. I don't know, but that would be pretty awesome, eh? But, you know, I mean, we got to get as much donkeys out of this as possible, because that friggin' van is, you know, probably going to be pretty heavy once I load it full of all my shit. And the NV4500, once we fix fifth gear, I mean, it might already be fixed, because this is definitely not a 65,000 kilometer transmission, like Buddy said, because it's 65,000 kilometers transmission. They're not going to have it out. They're not going to put poop on the tail housing and a bunch of other stuff that's clearly been done to it to this point, right? So, but we'll take that apart, make sure it's lickety splips. Hopefully it's not as bad as a transmission, because that's really what I was after when I made the deal. So, you know what I mean? This was just like extra peeny, so. But anyways, bang the rest of these out and Santos what we can Dantas. But that, the main shaft Berlini there too has got some rust onto it, I think. I tried to rub a Q-tip down there, but it didn't, you know, I thought maybe it's just like dried oil or something, and maybe it is, but I don't know. The bearings don't look good. I mean, that doesn't look all scored up or anything, so hopefully we're still into the spec Patinis, and I don't know, I'll just drop this whole thing off the machine shop and tell them, you know, put pistons and bearings and all that bullshit in there and bring it back to me just like this. I give you like this, you bring back just like this, only clean, fixed, ready to rock, thunder, cigarette, and then we'll just put her back together and everything will be lockety splockins. Well, there she be. Not a friggin' piston to be scientist. Not a friggin' piston to be scientist. It's not too bad. Just a little bit bad. You know what I mean? But let's try to keep her in order. I mixed up 3 and 4, I think, but that's just because I've got, you know, brain damage really bad, so it's hard for me to really do anything. But you can see pretty well all of them like that. Look at that one. Holy, the canvas is showing big time. Wow, that is less than ideal. The Cummins diesel engine, boys, no good. So I'm probably gonna have to get the crank polished at least, because Well, you can't even sant it because the friggin' stovepipe's still in there. But yeah, you can't even sant it. So. But the crank doesn't look bad or anything. No obvious friggin' scoring, so it might just be good. Might be able to get friggin' bearings. Might be able to just get a set of bearings and yeah, go from there. Yeah, every one of them. Huh. Son of a bitch. Bearings and rings at least. Give her a honing. Give her a mahoney. Bearings and rings and a little mahoney. Well, here's a good one for you. This is how you can tell if your engine's good. So you take one of these bastards here and you'll set it up to the stovepipe, and you just work it sideways. It's just having it click. There's so much. Hear that? So she's tight. Starts getting tight like there, and then it's like loose. Like 90 degrees. It's tight. Right there, it's just like rubbing. But this way, it's no good. So we got oblong cigarettes. So that's what you're looking for. You don't want your cigarettes to be round. You want like pocket antlers, basically. We got pocket antlers. It's like Nelson had my cylinders in his pocket and leaning over traptors all day and giant meat cigarette pressing against them and got them all deformed. So that's absolutely awesome. So I mean, we're looking, pull the cam out. Oh dear. Oh dear. We're gonna have to figure some other way of mounting this on there, because the way I got it mounted, she's away of the low of the center of gravitational forces, so I'm just not physically able to hoist it over center, you know what I mean? And there's no hole at 90, so that's handy. But yeah, I don't know, maybe that's a standard size of pipe, and we can just make a new end that just bolts directly to the asshole, because I made a couple plates, put them somewhere over there. But I figured since I already got them, and for the ease of installation, we'll just mount those to the engine, and then we'll use these, but we'll fill them full of window weld, and then yeah, it'll be more awesome. And I got to use a little bit of window weld on the roof too. There's 2x4s screwed right through the roof, so I got, I'm gonna use those holes to mount a rack so that I can put solar panels up there. So we'll use a little window weld on there, and then so according to hopefully it doesn't leak. But anyways, boys, we're second antler deep into her now. Holy suffering. Wow. Oil pump. These little shop knives are pretty friggin' handy. Can't even remember where I got them. But oh dear. You know what I mean? Oil cooler. Oh shit. What the f is that? Oh, this is chewed up oil pump, or water pump fins that were just floating around in there. Oh, let me count this if I can daunt this you, the water pump. No, where's the water pump, boys? I've never seen that before, and they're like chewed up terrible. This engine's just filled with surprises. So see the little triangle potatoes in there? Oh yeah. Like, how would that even bust off of there? That is friggin' crazy. It was attached all the way along that edge big time. Wow. What the hell happened there? Have you ever seen that before? The water pump shitting fins. Eh? Oh, wow. That's of the grandeur factor. Just flying around and they're terrible. What's the strangest thing you've ever found in your engine, boys? Holy. You wouldn't have really hurt anything, I guess, because like you can't really go anywheres, but you can really get a Santos in between the cylinders in there. Oh, look, there's like a notch in the wall right there. I don't know if that's, oh, there's more right there. You know, we got some marks right there. We got some right there. I don't know. I don't know what's gone down and happened. Weird. Very much strange. I don't know. I don't even know. Take the machine shop, tell them to fix it. That's what we'll do. Because this is bullshit. But then we'll have an absolutely brand new engine in the brand new project. And I ordered a satellite speedometer just because I figured, you know, it was 80 bucks, right? And you know, just the cable to try to cobble up something from the GM Mafculator to the Dodge transmission, I mean, it's just gonna be a headache, right? So this thing, you plug it in, put power to it, drive down the road, it tells you how fast you're going. And then I got a match in tachometers too, so hopefully we can get that, you know, working out. And then the dash should just be nice and exquisite. We'll have a, you know, some pressure gauges for different things, and yeah, that's all we'll run. Hook up the ignition and the blinkers and the headlights and all that shit, and other than that, lockety splockins. But I mean, not lockety splockins, it's gonna be a pain in the ass tracing all those wires down and figuring it all out, but we'll figure it out sooner or later. But this was an unexpected expense, some terrible. I mean, it's not so much the work that's involved, but you know, I don't know if you've ever priced out components for this type of apparatus, but good lord, I was not expecting that at all. So, any words, it's probably not a good idea selling that Cummins that I had out in the yard, because you know, it had lots of good parts on it still. Ay, what have I done? You know what I mean? Got our work cut out for us, that's for sure. Good engine to learn on, I guess.